Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you 5 strategic ways on how to stop popping your pimples. I wanted to take a step back from my other content and get back into my skin videos because it's been a minute, and I know most of you following my channel are here for my acne journey, and I absolutely love that I built a community on that. Most of you know my struggles with acne, and I've been on Accutane for 9 months. It's almost a year, coming up on a year anniversary since I got off of Accutane. Now today's video is a topic I was debating for a while to make a video on because this is something I struggle with for a long time, and it had become a really bad addiction. But I came to a point where I really wanted to stop, and I really wanted to just change the course of my life and really, how do I say this? Really overcome that struggle and that hard time in my life and move on into a better direction. I struggled with picking my skin since I've had acne, and it's been a struggle. It's become an addiction because I've done it so much for so long. The reason why I've come to realize that it's been a struggle is because I didn't want to stop. And I actually, as gross as it sounds, but I'm willing to admit that I thoroughly enjoy popping my skin. And I know I'm not the only one. Some of you at this point are probably wondering why is she saying that that I'm still struggling popping my skin and stuff like that. I've gone off Accutane for almost a year, so if there's no acne, there's nothing to pop, and that's essentially why we all pop, is because there's still acne. Like, if there's no acne, then there's nothing really to pop. During my Accutane journey, the beginning of it, I continued to pop my skin because that's when my skin was at its worst. If you guys don't know, Accutane requires a purging phase. You're gonna go through a purging phase when you first start. That's basically the time where your skin is just gonna get a whole lot worse before it gets better. That actually goes with a lot of medications that you take when it comes to acne, but that was the time I was popping a lot, and then when it started going away, that's when I stopped popping. The thing I've already addressed though, if you watched all my acne and Accutane videos, I was well aware that acne is not gonna be cleared after Accutane. Acne is incurable. I knew that, but it's able to be managed, or you're capable of managing it, and that's what I've accepted. I've learned to accept, and I'm happy with my skin. I knew that Accutane wasn't gonna be like a cure for all or 100% cure for me. I knew that my skin was gonna look better than it did when I started, and my skin was going to be nowhere near, if my acne comes back, it's going to be nowhere near when as bad as when I started Accutane. So, and I was comfortable with that, and because I expected that, that's the results that I got. Right now I have a couple breakouts, and I am super happy, completely content with the way that my skin is right now. So acne is manageable, not curable. With that said, I did want to also address that I have struggled even after Accutane from last year until now, popping my skin. up until like a couple weeks ago, where I've developed these, you know, good habits and strategic ways. I did pop my skin throughout the course of this year. For me, I personally like blackheads. Bella! Shh! I personally like blackheads. I love the dry, like pops and pimples and dirt that I get to squeeze out of my pores. Like, that is what I find satisfying. To other people, they like, you know, the pus and the white head and stuff like that. For me, I just like to go into areas that's not visible to, like, you know, from this distance from my face, because from this distance you're looking at my face, you only see like the red zits that form underneath, the really deep cystic ones that I kind of have right now. I have a few. I don't like to pop those. I like to pop the blackheads. You guys are probably wondering, like, you don't really have that much to pop, you know, your skin is not that bad, you got off of Accutane. I like to pop the non-visible ones. Of course, when I pop them, they're gonna be visible. With that said, you guys can understand now that my skin, I would say, is pretty clear. I just only have like a few, you know, cystic zits, and that's it, that I can easily cover up and I'm comfortable with. But I do have blackheads still, but I don't really count that as acne because it's not visible to the naked eye. So I consider this clear and I'm pretty happy about it. But what I'm not entirely happy about is the pitted scars that I have, and have already started microneedling this year to get rid of them, but my journey with that has been set back so many times because I continue to pop and create more pitted scars. Like I said, up until a few weeks ago, I finally took the initiative to stop this whole thing, because I can't hide all the, you know, cuts and, you know, scars that I've made from picking at my skin. And I hate that it's become an addiction because I've done it so repeatedly. And it was just so hard for me to stop that habit. I filmed a couple clips during the course of my Accutane journey of when I popped my skin, and the times where I felt depressed because I popped my skin, because there were times that I really couldn't stop. And I shouldn't say that. You can stop, it's just a matter if you want to or if you have a will, and I didn't really want to. So that's why I felt stuck and I felt depressed. But these, you know, instances, I'm showing you videos and pictures of me after I pop my skin. You may think it's weird, you know, like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you exposing yourself? Like, if you take a picture, like, you won't really do it, right? You won't really pop your skin. It's weird to catch yourself in the act. I'd like to say, for the people, maybe the people that understand an addiction, the thing is that you're not you when you have an addiction. When you, let's say you drink or you smoke, it's like you're taken in a different place. It's like, to me, the best way I can explain it is like an outer body experience, because in that moment, you just keep going. You can't really stop. You're just kind of possessed in a way. So it's kind of like you're a different person because you've done this habit, bad habit, for so long repetitively. So it's almost like it's in your subconscious, your hands do it, you're not really thinking about it when you're doing it. So it was easy for me to take a picture and a video, because in the moment where I was popping my skin, I was like uncontrollable. So I just would keep going and, you know, find blackheads. I would just do my thing. I would not think about it. I know this video intro is a little bit all over the place. I've already shared a little bit of why I wanted to stop. I'm gonna get a little more into that. Another reason is because I want to finally take control of my life and take control of that bad habit and keep it in the past, because it's done nothing for me. Most of my scars are definitely caused by me. I was self-destructive of my skin. I don't like the pits. I don't want to look like a moon, and it's brought so much despair. Like, I just want to get rid of my acne as much as possible, every piece of it, from the acne scars to the depression to the acne itself. You know, I just want to keep that in that past, keep that. Even though I'm making these videos, I want to overcome them kind of before I make these videos. You might think like, oh, why do you want to like keep that in the past if you're making these videos? My intention is to share and in hopes to bring light to people and bring people hope, and because acne is really hard. It's not just skin, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. Yeah, it doesn't do anything good for my skin. It definitely makes it a whole lot worse. I definitely think that popping my skin, because my skin, I started having acne on my forehead, and once I started popping more and just kept popping and popping, it traveled down to my cheeks and everything, and just migrated to and eventually took over my whole face. And I think that's from popping and, you know, spreading the dirt with my dirty fingers full of my pus and whatever going down on my face. And it definitely created scars. I did also want to say, because I don't think I'm the main reason for my scars, there are also some scars that develop without me popping them, so that sucks. So I came up with 5, I'm gonna say strategic ways. I'm saying strategic because I think a lot of people who have addictions can agree with me. I think anybody who has an addiction can or should watch this video, because maybe it'll give them, or give whoever's watching, ideas, because this is relevant to, I think this can pertain to almost any addiction. But I've come up with these strategic ways. I'm saying strategic because I think anybody knows with an addiction, you can't stop and cut it cold turkey, and old habits die hard, and this is definitely a very old habit of mine. But I've come up with these ideas, and these ideas that I'm going to share with you in this video are things that I've done myself, all of them, because I definitely don't want to come on here and tell you guys what to do if I'm not doing it myself. Like, that is never my intention in any of my videos. Any advice that I give, I'm not going to give it without doing it myself, because I just think that's silly, right? And I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer, a little one, because I don't want people to come on here and think I'm sort of an expert or whatever. If there are anybody that is going to say that, I don't even look like an expert, but I am no professional at all. I am no psychologist. These are just ways that I've come up with to help myself get through this. And I just wanted to simply share it with you guys, because I think, you know, it doesn't hurt, and, you know, we all need help, you know? We don't like to do things on our own and alone. So maybe these things you probably never thought of, and you're clicking on this video because you are so so frustrated, you just need an answer. So I hope you find these ways helpful, but sorry for the long intro. Well, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I've come up with, and I think has tremendously helped me, is timing myself. This is at the top of my list because I think this is the most effective, at least for me, and I think this is the most genius idea for me. I started timing myself in the bathroom because when I wake up in the morning, I do my skincare, morning skincare and nighttime skincare. I found that I dilly-dally a lot when I'm in the bathroom because that's the time where I can see all my imperfections, my blackheads, and I'll go up close to the mirror and I'll start searching it with my fingers and eyes, and I'll start extracting and stuff like that. So I found, and that takes me like an hour or 2 hours to start extracting all of them, and like at one point I'll hit my climactic point and like go crazy, popping everything. So I found that if I time myself, I will get out of the bathroom quicker, and I will eventually challenge myself to, you know, beat my time and get out of the bathroom faster. So timing is great. I'll set a timer for how long I think my skincare routine should take, or how long my whole routine in the bathroom should take, so that way I am not in the bathroom, because bathrooms have mirrors. So yeah, gets me out of the bathroom pretty quickly and I'm good to go for the day. So the second habit that I think is pretty creative is to lotion your body up. Your skin definitely needs moisture. Your skin will definitely thank you once you put lotion on. You guys should put lotion on twice a day if you care about your skin anyway. It promotes longevity of your skin. It's very anti-aging, keeps your skin very supple, and I love the way my skin feels anyway. I didn't even start putting lotion on until maybe 2 years ago, like every single day, because I thought just sunscreen was the only thing you really need as far as skincare, but lotion is just as important because it definitely prevents wrinkles. Because when your skin is dry, it'll start to crack and wrinkle. Anyway, what lotion will do, something you probably never thought of, for those that just thoroughly enjoy that sound of popping and the feel of popping your skin, lotion will definitely combat that, because it's not as satisfying to pop your skin when you have lotion on, right? It becomes all greasy, and when it's all greasy, and I shouldn't say greasy, when it's all hydrated, you know, when you put lotion on, it's harder to open up a jar. So if you don't have that grip, your pops are not going to be as satisfying. Let's be honest. Your fingers are going to slip inside, and yeah, it's just not as satisfying to pop your skin when you have lotion on. The third strategic tip I think is a little more strategic. Why is it so hard for me to say strategic? But I think it's a little more strategic than the other one. But it's to make good habits. So here's the thing. I think we all can agree that it's so much easier to make good habits than to cut bad habits, because like our society has said that old habits die hard. So instead of cutting things cold turkey, why not start making good habits to replace the old ones? When you have more time for the good ones that you want to make and incorporating the good ones, the good habits, then you'll probably eventually forget the old ones, supposedly. This also, I think, follows the lines of maybe starting a new hobby or doing something that you like. Maybe whether you want to pick up dancing. I started stretching more because I always wanted to learn the splits and I wanted to be able to get there. Yeah, I've been doing that every single day because that's what I've been wanting to do. I take my time with that, and anytime I want to pop my skin, I just go and stretch. Replace that time that I was going to be in the bathroom popping all the blackheads that I have on my skin. I'm doing that. I'm doing splits instead. So the fourth tip I have is to be more conscious. This is a great tip because for me at least, I know that because my bad habit of popping my skin has been so long, it's become second nature for me. Just like driving, like you drive so much, so many years, especially like for me when I go to work every day, I don't even have to think about where I need to turn or everything. My hands just go, because that means that I've done it so much that my subconscious has kicked in, because I do it so much that eventually I have muscle memory, so my body does the work for me. I don't need to think about going to work. I'm just there because my body takes me there. I know where to go, so my body does it for me. I don't even need to think about where to turn or everything or anything like that. So yeah, the thing is with popping your skin, any bad habit, it's your subconscious. You're not thinking about what you're doing. You're out of touch. You're not in control of what you're doing. So be in control. When you're more aware, then kick into your conscience. When you're more aware, you will not do the things that you don't want to do. My last and final tip for you guys I have is to watch YouTube videos of extracting pimples. I know it can be kind of gross. I know for me I find it is satisfying, but at the same time gross, because I like, popping my own skin. It's weird to watch and gross to watch people pop other people's skin. But sometimes I find light in that. Sometimes I enjoy that. So instead of doing that on myself, I turn my energy somewhere else. I focus my energy on something else than doing that upon myself. Maybe another way is to, if you like popping, maybe try, those bubble wraps. You maybe like the sound and it's just as satisfying. But yeah, instead of doing it on yourself, try watching those videos so you still get that satisfaction without damaging yourself. There are a ton of extraction videos on YouTube. Dr. Pimple Popper has a channel full of them. And that's it. That's gonna be the video, guys. If you liked it, definitely give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Any questions you have for me, I'll be happy to answer them. I will always leave my Instagram down below, so you guys feel free to DM me if you want to talk to me on a personal level, because I'm always on Instagram. I love Instagram. Don't forget to share, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you find this video really helpful, and yeah. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!